Tons of stuff I've already done. So the next thing we do, of course, is we need to upgrade this stereo. Some things that I liked about the original OEM one is that it's actually piano black. It's really, really nice looking. It is aesthetic. It does have an MP3 and it has a CD and it looks good. I mean, for the year 2007, it's really nice. It's actually really flush. But we're end up going with this. So this is very common right now. This is pretty much just an Android tablet is what it is, but it's going to be, they call it a touch screen. It should be plug and play. They're roughly about $200 to $250 US to get one of these, and it should just be an overlay and sit flush. So I'm going to show you guys how to install that today. We're going to leave the plastic on there so we don't scratch it while we're doing the install. Plug and play wire harnesses right here. We're not going to be using all of these, especially like the USB stuff. I don't use very much, but I am going to show you pretty much plug and play how to do this appropriately so it fits perfectly into the Toyota Tundra OEM wire harness. First thing, let's do lefty-loosey on that shift knob. I don't know how much of that we're actually gonna have to remove off there, but let's do lefty-loosey. We're gonna remove this lower part so that we can pull that out. So we'll do lefty-loosey on the shift knob, and then we'll start pulling this out right here, the center console. So to get this out, again, I did lefty-loosey on the shift knob. All you gotta do is pull up on this. There's little, I don't know, 15 of those little tabs. Pull up on those, and that will release it, and then you'll be able to get to the lower part of the radio so that we're trying to get this removed. Again, to remove this one, you just pull. There's 4 clips on it and it'll just come towards you. Very simple. Okay, so once you remove the lower one, remove this, and this will just again pop up and out towards you. Remove it and pull it towards you. Unplug the clip here. You'll be able to remove the surrounding, it's silver on yours, mine's carbon fiber, by just pulling out towards you again. Now behind here, all of this unit is one unit. This lower climate control, you'll be able to pull that out next, and then you should be able to access the radio stereo. Once you have that pulled back, there's going to be 4 10 millimeters, 10 millimeter here, 10 millimeter here. Unfortunately, I don't know why, for some reason I didn't bring my extension with me. I think that you might need Phillips head screws, which I brought, but we're going to need that last one to unhook that back there. And then once I do that, once I have that, I believe, undone, it should be able to come out, I believe. I believe that's the only thing that's holding these brackets in. And so let's go ahead and get a 10 millimeter. So this is what you'll need. It's a 10 millimeter with an extension. Unfortunately, I had to go back and get that. So I do have it now to go and reach back in there. You'll need the same tool. You have the 4 10 millimeters out, all in the lower section for the mounting brackets. You just pull on this. You're going to probably want to put your hand here from the lower middle and pull out towards you. Make sure you have good clearance. These usually weigh a lot, which it does weigh a lot. It's going to have the wire harness connected behind it, so let's unplug it and remove the OEM factory radio. You want to transfer the pins from the OEM one over, so get those over. Once you do that, you're going to come over here and you're going to get the aftermarket supplied wire harness that will plug into the OEM one. We're actually going to plug it into the OEM wire harness first and then connect it into the radio, just to make sure everything looks alike. So since I have a basic SR5, I don't have a limited or anything. I think this is the only one that you're going to need right here. You'll do, because look here, this matches perfectly. So they did give you, I believe, 2 sets of wire harnesses. This would probably be for if you had steering wheel control, which I don't. And actually, to believe it or not, it looks like I might actually have one of those controls down here that maybe would go to it, but I'm not sure. That being said, at this point, we're not going to use any of this secondary one because mine is SR5 and not a limited. So I believe that this with the radio connection should supply and be enough for us to have power and have the radio work. So let's go ahead and try that now. Bam. Okay, to install this, it's really, I actually don't like it. I wish there was more bolts, but they got rid of the 10 millimeter bolts. There are no, so I didn't show you guys, but literally all you do, and the reason I didn't show you guys is because the screen wants to fall forward. So literally all you do is just push the screen in, plug this back in, the climate controls, and then once the climate controls are back in, you just push and it just goes in, which I don't like. It's pretty, I mean, it makes it like floppy in my opinion. It is what it is. I mean, what else are you gonna do about it? Looks very aesthetic though. Really, it looks really good. So now what I need to do is get the rest of the lower part of the